song's just like a super summer vibe. It's like summertime sadness kind of vibes. Um, but I've been very much into them now, even during the winter, which is not what was expected. Um, a lot of my music varies from season to season. I never thought no vacation would go with me through all my seasons, but I really became a big fan of them. Alright, second song we have is I Think I Left the Stove On by Hotel Ugly. I've been a pretty big Hotel Ugly fan for about 2 years now. One of my best friends. He's like a big alternative rock, alternative pop fan, so a lot of these artists on this playlist, I want to shout him out because a lot of these artists he actually showed me, and Hotel Ugly was one of them. I Think I Left the Stove On is one of their most popular songs to date, so yeah, very good song. Next song up is WTF by Boy Pablo, another artist that friend showed me. Boy Pablo, another like alternative pop, alternative rock singer. WTF is more so like a funky groove. Like the song, it's only like a minute long, which kind of sucks because it's like one of those songs that you get so invested into, like right at the pinnacle of it, it just like ends. So it sucks, but still a really good song. Next up, we have She Won't Go Away by Faye Webster. I heard a lot of great things about Faye Webster, like back in, I want to say like 2018, 2019 is when she really started to blow up. And I remember listening to her album then, but I didn't get too heavily into her, or didn't have her too heavily in my rotation until these last like 3 or 4 months actually. Faye Webster is like all over my playlist. I think she's like in this kind of on repeat a lot. So that's not the last time you'll be hearing her name for sure. After that is Basement Jack by Steve Lacy, another funk type sounding song. I really like Steve Lacy as well. I remember my first time hearing him was on Tyler the Creator's I'm One Mr. Lonely. I thought his voice was heavenly, so then I started getting really big into like that kind of genre of music, listening to the internet and Steve Lacy himself. So yeah. After that is Picky Pink by Hotel Ugly as well. Not too much I can say about this one either. It's another funk vibe. That's what a lot of my playlists have been lately. Has been more so themed toward winter and a little bit of spring. I got some funk songs, but a lot of it is like indie rock, a little slower. But Picky Pink is a very cool song. So next is Uncle Jazz and I Trust. Another one that's like a Boy Pablo song, where right when you really get into it, it ends like abruptly. But I guess that's kind of the point because it's an intro song. I mean, she literally says like, "This is Uncle Jazz." The beginning of the song, so like it's a clear cut intro, so I can't be like too mad at it. And I Trust are one of my favorite bands of all time. I'm hoping to do like a series of videos on their albums, just going through them one by one, because I like a lot of stuff that they do. Next up is Telephones by Vacations. This song is like, I think very strongly on this song. I think this is like a song of like a generation in terms of like, whenever I think of generations, I always think of the songs of those generations in certain genres, and I think I had a song to talk about like indie rock music in the 2020s, it would probably be Telephones by Vacations. And if you haven't heard it, go listen. But I'm sure you have all over TikTok and Twitter, Instagram Reels, maybe. But yeah. Next one up is Riot by Earl Sweatshirt. Earl Sweatshirt's one of the greatest lyricists of all time. And it's funny how he doesn't say a word in this song, and it's on repeat. said, I want to get more into Men I Trust in my videos in the future because I have such a strong love for them to go more in depth with their songs later. So I'll leave it at that, even though we have a lot more Men I Trust as I see on this. I Want to See You, Blood Orange. Blood Orange is a band I really got into earlier in my young adult life, and then I kind of distanced myself from no particular reason, just the sound just kind of fell off for me. But a couple of other tracks have been coming back for me pretty hard in my rotation, and this is one. I think it's a really cool love song. I don't know. Maybe I'm just like corny like that, but a lot of the songs I listen to are like simple kind of romantic songs, or like a funky romantic song, or indie rock, something like that. And I think this is just a plain everyday, like just good song to turn on any kind of place that you're in. Next up is What a Day, Creator. Along with Men I Trust, Creator is my favorite artist of all time. So I do want to go in depth with all of his bodies of work as well. What a Day is one of his most underrated songs to me personally. I don't know how it's on my on repeat it because I haven't really listened to him too much during the winter. I feel like he's more like a spring and summer kind of artist. But What a Day is a great song. I like the whole theming of it. I love the production. So I'm not mad that it's here. Oh, we got a TikTok classic, ladies and gentlemen. A TikTok classic. We have Pretty Girl by Clairo. Clairo has been somebody since she got big on TikTok that I've always like celebrated and always like wanted her to get the respect that she deserves, because I feel like whatever she drops to me is like a bona fide classic. Like, I think she's one of the most underrated indie pop, indie rock artists. Indie pop, indie pop. I'm very excited for her next album. I wish that she would drop more work consistently. But I know she has tour and all that stuff, so but I would really like for her to keep dropping more albums, because I think her sound can improve year by year, and it did with her last EP, or her last full album in like 2021. I think that sound dramatically improved over stuff like Pretty Girl. But yeah, Pretty Girl Clairo. Next up we have Seven by Men I Trust, another Men I Trust song, and this one's more of like a country pop tune. I do really enjoy Seven, but I don't know if it would be up there like my upper echelons of Men I Trust music. Next up we have Idris's new single, Mrs. Valentine. He dropped this on Valentine's Day. I don't know, it's a cool pop tune. I like a lot of what Idris releases. Like going back to that, what I said about telephones by vacations, I feel like Idris's Jealous is like a song of a generation in some sorts. So that and beyond, I really like a lot of things that he releases as well. Next one up is Loveful by No Vacation, which is on the same album as the first song on this list, Beach Bummer. Two totally different vibes as well. They're kind of group where every song varies. They all have like their different focuses. So you never know what you're gonna get with this band. But I do really enjoy Loveful as well. It's a really cool song. Go check it out. Go check out their whole album. Go check out their whole discography. Another TikTok classic, and do not hate me in the comments, people. Okay, I'm a big fan of this group. I own a couple shirts from them. I am one of those guys. Okay, it is Lovers Rock by TV Girl. I know. Don't come at me, okay? Come at whoever broke my heart. This is a classic. I mean, a certified classic. Like, this is one of those songs where it's like, I'm not gonna listen to it for a few years, and then one day when I'm driving with my Tuesday. I'm gonna go run errands. Maybe you have work, maybe not. But I'm gonna go run errands. I'm gonna go for a little walk, and we're gonna listen to "I Hope to Be Around" by Men I Trust. Thinking about your future. I don't know, thinking about anything. You know. Next up is My City, another Hotel Ugly banger, 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 banger. It's exactly like the other two I mentioned in this. Great vocals and just a funk melody song. It's really cool, really chill. I think like Men I Trust are like the ultimate band, or not Men I Trust. Hotel Ugly. I think they're like the ultimate band to like you can play at any kind of function when you're alone, when you're with friends, when you're with a girl, when you're with a guy. The ultimate like band you can play at any kind of event. So yeah, My City, Hotel Ugly. Is it too much to ask for? Faye Webster. Again, Faye Webster. Like I said, like my on repeat, I usually get knee deep into like 6 artists. Like that's all I listen to for like a month, and then like next month it'll be different. So like, a lot of Faye Webster, a lot of I Trust, a lot of Hotel Ugly. But spring and summer are on the way, and that's when I really get into like 2000s R&B and 2000s hip hop. So a lot more Pharrell, Neptunes, Jay-Z will be probably popping up here soon. So, but where was I at? Is it too much to ask for Faye Webster? Another Faye Webster banger. I mean, if you don't listen to Faye Webster, go listen to Faye Webster. That's all I can really say. Well, I See You Again. The Sacred Souls. Really chill vibe. A great love song, a great ballad actually. And this the album where the single's from, it's very good. I knew this team because, or this band because their hit single, Will You Call You Rose? Oh, Can I Call You Rose? That's what it is. Sorry guys, I totally blanked out. Like I said, it's 3:30. It's like 2:30 in the morning, so I'm trying to bat through this. But Will I See You Again is like another heartbreak ballad, love ballad. All these guys really do, but they bring a great like 60s vibe to their music, and it's always cool when their songs pop up on like a shuffle play or so, because I don't know, for some reason these guys like they always just hit at the right time, if that makes sense. Like I never like listen to them throughout my days, but like every hour or two, like when I'm listening to music, like one of their songs will pop up and it will just hit. So, yep. Next up, Numb by Men I Trust. Another Men I Trust. Like one of their biggest songs ever. sung that song. I was in that song and I liked to hear it. I'm sorry, that was such a stupid joke. Give me a second here. I'm gonna take a sip of water. I stuff on the channel, so I won't go in depth with La La Land, but watched it with my mom when it first came out, and I remember loving it. And this last January, I showed a lot of my friends it. Actually, like probably 6 times through in January, and I got deathly like addicted to the soundtrack. So that explains why that's on here. What a great song, honestly. The whole soundtrack is fantastic too. But yeah, on a lonely night, or a lovely night. Sorry, a lovely night. I was thinking of the Weekend song, "The Lonely Night" there for a second, but a lovely night off the La La Land soundtrack. A New Kind of Love, by Fro 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 Fro. A New Kind of Love. That song, it's that song. Hopefully I'm not mispronouncing the band's name. If so, I apologize. But I like this song. It's super mellow. A great song for when you're, just driving late at night, or like driving during the sunset. A New Kind of Love. What a fantastic song. Just like really hitting me. Great song that is. And it's like has like a demo beside it or whatever. I don't know. I guess they're a band, or I'm not really sure, but like they're one of those people where you hear such a magnificent song by them, you want to hear more. Just like nothing else that they made like even comes close to that one song. So a little disappointing there, but I'm gonna try my best to kind of inch towards knowing them more than I do now. So yep. Okay, we have 4 left, and one of the 4 is there someone else by The Weeknd? Oh. Is there somebody else by, or is there someone else by The Weeknd? It is one of my send to songs off .fm by The Weeknd. It's one of my favorite artists as well. I think everything he does is magnificent. I don't think the dude's ever missed, unless you're talking like a TV show, or definitely missed. But besides that aspect, we won't talk about that. I don't think he's missed on an album yet. For me, in terms of like The Weeknd, I really like. It's more so The Weeknd that's been around for the last couple of years, so than his older stuff. I think he's evolved and gotten every single album to me. I think every new album he drops is better than the last. For existence, I think Don FM is my favorite. That was one step above After Hours, which was one step above. What was this one before? That was a Starboy. Was it really? Starboy was one above. Beauty Behind the Madness. Beauty Behind the Madness was one step above, like Kissland, etc., etc. So, is there someone else? The Weeknd's always on a repeat playlist. I feel like every week, every month. Just one of his songs, because I feel like he has so much in his discography where it's like it's hard to not have one of his songs like on a repeat for me. But yeah, that's the one. Third to last song is Sunshine by Steve Lacy. Another banger. Like I said, I'm a big Steve Lacy fan. I feel like that album he dropped in 2022 was one of the better projects from that year. Static, I think it was called. Maybe. Just the song. Gemini Rights, that's what it was called. Sorry. Confused with like the song that was on the album. Sunshine is definitely in my top 2, top 3. this year too, but I keep blanking on the name. It's on me as well. We're down to the very last song that was on my reset or my on repeat playlist for the month. More Than Friends by 18%. I don't know too much about 18%, but I know that this song is like super pop orientated, and it's like a feel good song. I live in Ohio, so we have days where it's 20 degrees and I'm listening to Man I Trust and Vacations. But on the days where it's like 50, 52 and sunny, like those are the days where like I have my window down and I'm blasting like this More Than Friends song by 18%. Those are the days where I really, really take this song and like really like push it into my on repeat. In this last like 2 weeks we've had those days, so that explains why that's on here. That does it for my on repeat playlist for the month. I hope to continue to do this every month. I think it'd be a fun little thing to see where I take my music taste on a monthly basis, because unlike a lot of people, I feel like I don't get hooked on artists or songs too much. Where like every month when I check my playlist, it's always kind of different. Besides, like my favorites, Man I Trust, Tyler Creator, Weekend, etc. But those are conversations for another time. Alright guys, I'm gonna hit the bed. It's been a long day. I have work in the morning. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Comment down below if you want more music, content. You want me to talk about someone's insert and someone that pops in your head. Anything along those lines, guys. But I thought this would just be a super cool way to kind of get you guys in my headspace and tell you guys what kind of music I'm into, and maybe I can meet some people in the comments, or some people, I don't know, in the community at some point who love the same music as I do. That's kind of the goal of this thing, is to kind of get the music on my channel a little bit up, so like we can start talking about it a lot more. But that's gonna do it for me today, guys. It is the ASMR Zappy, or the Zappy ASMR, signing out on you guys. I appreciate all of you. We just hit 20 subscribers, so much love.